Hello and welcome to Farms.com Risk Management Daily Market Commentary for November 26, 2012. I'm Mark Lottie, and today we're going to discuss the basis outlook. So we'll start by giving you a U.S. basis update. On average, U.S. corn spot basis now sits at 5 cents a bushel under the futures price. It has worsened on average by 4 cents a bushel from a month ago. However, it is better than it was this time last year when it was at 9 cents a bushel under the futures price. The average U.S. soybean spot basis has improved in the past month, having improved by 3 cents a bushel from a month ago. Current soybean basis now is now 32 cents a bushel better than it was a year ago at this time, and now sits at 2 cents a bushel over on average. Soft red wheat spot basis has narrowed considerably in the past month and currently has an average of minus 8 cents a bushel under futures. This compares to last month at 2 cents a bushel under the futures, and last year it was at down 38 cents a bushel. Hard red wheat basis has also narrowed slightly and is now at minus 52 cents a bushel under futures on average, compared to 54 cents a bushel under futures last month. Hard red soft basis has narrowed from last month, now is at 47 cents under the bushel, and average compared to down 52 cents a bushel under futures last month. Soft red wheat or soft winter wheat spot basis now narrows slightly and now sits at down 27 cents a bushel compared to down 33 cents a bushel last month. Also last year it was down 52 cents a bushel. So Ontario basis update, corn basis for the month average 59 cents a bushel, has narrowed from last month, and the basis was at 63 cents a bushel under the futures, but remains at a wide end of the 5-year average. Overall, the basis has widened since last year when it was averaging down 40 cents a bushel at this time. This compares to at least 5 years at 80 cents to a minus dollar range. Soybean basis this month has improved from last month, as last week basis for soybeans in Ontario on average was sitting at down 61 cents a bushel compared to last month at down 91 cents a bushel. However, from year on year, this year the soybean basis is wider than last year. Last year at this time the basis was sitting at 48 cents a bushel. This compares to the last 5 years where at $3.29 to minus $1.38 a bushel average. So the Western Canada basis update, the average 12-13 canola basis has widened in the past month, now at an average of minus 33 cents a bushel under futures compared to just minus 21 cents a bushel under futures last month, and the 22 cents a bushel under futures this time last year. 2012-13 oats basis has narrowed by 6 cents a bushel compared to last month. 12-13 oat basis value are now on average minus 58 cents a bushel under futures. This compares to a low last year at minus 72 cents and a high of minus 30 cents. Wheat basis throughout the Canadian prairies on average widened slightly this past month in all the varieties. So the bottom line, there's no new basis recommendations for today. We are of the opinion that basis could continue to improve as we end 2012 and enter 2013 on tight supplies and continued strong demand as farmers await higher prices. So in the U.S., it appears that the corn basis level could remain stronger than normal for the next couple of months, as most of the 2012 harvest is complete. As we enter the end of 2012, basis levels could continue to firm as farmers become reluctant to sell until the new year and await higher prices. However, this year it is possible that corn quality may have a higher variable even within small geographic areas. The premium discount schedule may grow to reflect higher premiums for aflatoxin-free corn and steeper discounts for corn with high levels of aflatoxin. In Western Canada, a very tight canola crop and strong demand has caused basis levels to jump to highs not seen in a long time. We expect the basis levels to remain strong and potentially get better at least until the end of 2012 or beginning of 2013. A smaller than expected wheat crop has also improved wheat basis across the board. In Ontario, the U.S. state's drought has had an effect on the U.S. corn basis. This has also had an effect on the corn basis levels here in Ontario. This has kept our corn basis levels from getting too cheap during a time where some parts of Ontario have a lot of corn. Better than expected crops after a dry summer of 2012 is helping support a wider basis. Major factor to watch for Ontario is the Canadian dollar. Look for a fallback to the support of 95 cents to 96 cents as an opportunity to lock in your basis, particularly if crude oil prices falls and the U.S. government cannot come to some sort of agreement on the U.S. fiscal cliff by the end of 2012. Markets will take the risk off the table by the U.S. currency and in turn drive the Canadian dollar lower. In other news, grains are higher across the board to start the week after opening up a little weaker overnight. Support is coming from firming global prices, continued firm domestic cash bids. Outside markets start the week off defensive with equities slightly lower, and the dollar is firming also. USDA weekly corn inspections came in at 15.9 million bushels for the week ending November 22nd. Expected was 15 million bushels. Also, the soybean inspections came in at 45.49 million bushels this week. Expectations were sitting at 60 million bushels. USDA has reported a sale of 20,000 metric tons of soya oil to unknown destinations for 12-13 marketing year. This afternoon will be the final USDA crop progress report until next spring. Also, the USDA weekly wheat inspections came in at 7.83 million bushels for the week ending November 22nd. Expectations were in the neighborhood of 12.5 million bushels. Port of Portland security workers agreed to a new contract alleviating a strike that would have shut the port down. Trade will now watch to see if a longshore union accept an offer from the Northwest Grain Terminal owners. Temperatures will continue to be slightly below normal through Tuesday over the northern tier states as an upper level trough remains over the eastern North America. Southeastern Canada received some snow flurries over the weekend, but field work is still in progress. Crop conditions should remain favorable in much of Brazil through the next 2 weeks. Recent rainfall has increased soil moisture in some of the driest areas. Field work will also slow to resume in a large part of Argentina's key corn and soybean producing areas through the next 2 weeks. Winter crop maturation and harvest progress will advance favorably during the next 2 weeks in Australia. Demand for fresh cut is expected to rebound into early December, and the slightly smaller than expected slaughter next week may help to spark a rally in loins in the hog market. Post-Thanksgiving features tended to center on less expensive cuts this year since the holiday was unusually early for the cattle. ComScore, an online retail analyst group, suggested online sales during Black Friday topped $1 billion in the U.S. This is the first time the figure for Friday shopping broke the $1 billion mark. In this day after Thanksgiving in 2011, online sales totaled $816 million. That's all for today, and until next time, thanks for watching.